This is what it looks like with the square tips, and of course the chrome back in there. And then this, look how much different that looks. This is the square one, which we don't particularly like the look of it, and it is resonated, which surprisingly makes a lot of difference. It acts like a muffler, which is essentially what it is. These are the tips that we sell in the store that we're putting on. He has opted for the black tips. I'll show you those in a minute. These are the polished stainless, so they've got the same kind of look as these. They're a little bit shinier. You can actually polish them to an absolute mirror, but they're shinier right from the get-go. Let's get a sound clip of that car. People are surprised when I tell them how much exhaust sound difference it is without tips. This is in tour mode, idling. Let's give it some RPMs so you can hear the difference first. Next, let's go to sport. Hear the exhaust change. The valves are opened. That's idling in sport mode. All right, let's get some RPMs. Get further away for a different perspective. All right, do it again. A good accurate number right here. So I'm about 20 feet away. The stock Stingray exhaust has two valves on. The one that you see on the left is known as the MPP valve, and then the two in the middle are the AFM. That's for the four-cylinder mode. This is one of the issues that we see changing exhausts. The aftermarket exhausts come with these valves, and I believe there is a different tension on the spring. And we've seen so many times, it throws a check engine light. The computer doesn't see the exact tension on that motor. There's something it doesn't like, but we've tried 3 different exhausts, 3 different scanners, including one of the local Chevy dealerships. This is the stock lowest power that we saw on a Stingray was the 425. We did another one, the baseline was 430. So it depends on where your car is, 5-6 horsepower either way. But with 2 separate exhausts, we only saw about 6 to 8 horsepower gain depending on the car. The lower horsepower car picked up a little bit more. It went from I think it picked up 8 horsepower. This is one that we did baseline at 430, and I think the best we got was 436. And that was 2 different exhaust brands. I'm not going to mention the name. I don't want to say anything negative on these, but 2 of the more popular exhausts, and we tried them on the same car, on the same dyno. These are our tips in the mirror black. Look how beautiful they look. Let's just get a quick comparison so you can see the size and difference in between the polished and the black. He has just a regular stainless tips on this right now. So these will make a big difference. So he has the black. Basically that is like a heat barrier. So I bought the aftermarket one that's black, so it'll actually make that disappear back there. But let's get these installed. We're gonna bring those out just a little bit, make them a little bit more aggressive looking, maybe about 1/2 inch, and stagger them the same way. So you're basically gonna cut your old tips off, and then you can set this the way you want it. You can set them back, bring them out, whichever looks the best to you. Do a quick before and after comparison right here. This is what it looks like with the square tips, and of course the chrome back in there. And then this, look how much different that looks. You see the back end makes that completely disappear. Look how cool that looks. Let's get it finished up. We'll put it on the ground. We'll do some sound comparisons. So you see how it looks on the top. It looks like an aftermarket exhaust, but you're not going to deal with any codes. You're not going to do the reprogramming and then find out it didn't work, and then throws check engine lights and then potentially hurts your warranty. No problem with this. It runs exactly the way it did. All right, let's get a cold startup. Ready for it? Yep. sound clip from the cabin like we did earlier.
That was all in tour. You ready to get a tour?
Back up. So this is in tour mode right now. So we're getting 101 to 103. All right. That's the loudest it got right there. You want to do that again? So there it is, you're getting more sound, you're getting a better look. I definitely like the round tips. I said that the day this car came out. We saw this car unveiled at SEMA in 2019 and walked around the car and looked at the tips and said, nope, none of the people in the crowd were digging on those tips. But that looks so much better. Looks like an aftermarket exhaust, a whole lot cheaper, no codes, no hassle. If you do have a warranty claim, you can show them it's a factory exhaust. All you've done is change the exhaust tips. So the exhaust tips are available in the LHT store at lhtperformance.com. We have them in polished stainless or mirror black. These look fantastic, sound better, no check engine light. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Don't forget, enjoy your cars.